What is up, YouTube? So a little bit of a different camera angle today. I'm just testing this one out on the GPS phone holder, seeing if I like it or not. If you guys don't like the different angle, it shouldn't really matter, but I'll probably throw it back on the other tripod every now and then. But anyway, regardless, I'm heading over to Planet Fitness right after I stop at Wawa. I actually ran out of my pre-workout, so I need to go get an energy drink from Wawa. I'm going to feel like I'm in 10th grade again, stopping there for pre-workout every day. Those were the days, getting rain energy drinks before hitting some bench PRs and deadlift PRs. But anyway, regardless, that isn't the goal anymore to go PR crazy. So what I am doing today, though, is heading over to Planet Fitness, and I'm training some arms today. I was supposed to train back, but just through feeling out my lats and my upper back, I was still feeling a little sore. So I'm going to push back off until tomorrow just to give it some more time to rest. And I honestly think that I targeted my back a little bit on those RDLs from my leg day. My back was just indirectly worked through like RDLs, and I think I went up to like 315. So my back was definitely being worked. So in my mind, it was supposed to be back. The split's supposed to be chest, back, arms, but I just switched arms with back because my arms weren't sore, and I'll just do back tomorrow. It's no big deal. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna head over to Wawa now, get my energy drink, and then go over to Planet Fitness. Little bit of upsetting news. I lost my headphones. I have no clue where the hell they are, so that fucking sucks. But I'm thinking I left them at my home gym, so I'm gonna have to take a ride over there one of these days and see if they got them in the lost and found. Let's hope someone was nice and brought them to somebody and not stole them. I mean, I wanted to get new headphones anyway, but I'd still rather like have my old ones. I don't want to just lose them and have to get new headphones now. But anyway, whatever. Can't let it bother me. And I got to go slam some arms. So uh, with that all being said, I'll see you at Planet Fitness for the first work set of triceps. Again, I go triceps first, then biceps. I don't do triceps, biceps, triceps, biceps. I just focus on one muscle group at a time just to really give it that full attention. So I'll see you for the first work set of triceps. Peace out.
All right, what's going on, everybody? So for my tricep starter, I'm starting with some cable rope extensions. The past few weeks, I started with the W bar just because the rope was either being used or I was warming up on the W bar and it felt real good. But the rope was available today, and I'm really happy that I started on it today. These ropes, the fact that you can just kind of pull them apart at the bottom, really just adds to a really nice tricep squeeze at the bottom. Even when I can't get the full rep, still going for some partials. And you'll see I'm not spreading the knobs together at the bottom. I'm kind of pushing them together, and it just helps me lock out my triceps a bit more towards the end. Now I'm moving over into some single arm rope extensions. I just tied the other knob away. That way it wasn't kind of getting in the way. But I kind of like these a little bit better than just holding the cable. Because just holding the cable gets a little uncomfortable, and I don't want to have any other little thing kind of bothering my set. So if it was more comfortable to just hold the rope and set the cable like pin a little bit higher, that's what I did, and it honestly just felt a lot more comfortable, and it felt really, really nice on the tricep. Honestly, the way I was doing those, I actually felt it more in the long head of my tricep, and I think it was because I was doing more of a crossbody extension rather than just extending my arm straight down. And I just got a little bit of like total tricep activation, not only just the lateral head. Now I'm moving over into some W bar skull crushers. Kind of leaning against that back pad, and I'm leaning forward just so I can create the motion that a skull crusher would be. So if I were to just stand straight up right now, or if you looked at the pressing pattern that I was doing, it would just be a skull crusher. No, it looks a little different, but it's a good way to work the long head of the tricep without laying down or doing any overhead extension, and it just feels a lot nicer on your shoulders. That was it for triceps today, only 8 sets total. Now moving over into my first set of biceps. I'm starting off with some heavy dumbbell curls right here. I got the 65's in each hand. I believe I got 6 reps in each hand, which was a little bit on the lower side of volume for biceps today. But if I'm being honest, They honestly felt really good. The form stayed pretty good. And, I do something called like I don't really know. It's basically a drop set, in my opinion, because you'll see here I can't do any more rotating curls, so then I go right into hammer curls. And I almost consider this a drop set rather than a superset because the weight unintentionally drops just because the hammer curls are an easier variation for me. So the set ended up being 12 reps total, 6 rotating, 6 hammer. From there, I obviously dropped it. I think I did 2 more sets over there, and I dropped it to 45's for each set. And each of those sets were 12 to 15 reps just to get a little bit more volume in. Now moving over into some W bar cable curls. These felt super nice. My mindset on these was to do higher volume. Again, since I started with a lower volume movement on dumbbell curls, just going more heavy, I kind of wanted everything else to be higher volume. And again, constant tension. When I can't fully lock it out, I'm going right down and right back up again. I really want to get a phenomenal burn on these. I don't want to wait too long. Again, constant tension is key. From there, I'm moving into some preacher curls now. I did 1 set of preacher curls with this grip, and then I did 1 set of preacher curl hammer curls. Today was definitely on the lower end of sets, just due to my biceps and triceps feeling extremely pumped in only a matter of 8 sets. So I get more into that in the post-workout talk so make sure to stick around to that. But yeah, the whole arm workout felt great, and I'm doing this voiceover the next day, and my arms are super duper sore. So it just goes to show quality over quantity. So if you're really just going intense on every single set you do, you don't really need to do so many sets. You gotta work up to a point of failure, and you don't really want to go over that. And I explain it more in the post-workout talk, so I'm not going to get into it too much right now. Now moving over into the hammer curls on the preacher curl machine. I love these a lot more than any other hammer curl just because it is on a preacher machine and you get a really nice stretch at the bottom. But I hope you all enjoyed the arm workout. I'll talk to you all in the car. Peace out.
All right, what is up, YouTube? So I just wrapped up my arm workout at Planet Fitness. Another awesome workout here. I kind of have to rush to shop right now because they close in 22 minutes and I do not have my protein, my steak for meal number 6. So I got to get my ass over there now. After the last set of preacher hammer curls that you saw me do, I jumped over to the cable stack and I did some single arm cable curls for my forearms. I did some forearm curls. They felt really, really nice. I did them, instead of going down like this, I did them sideways. I felt like an arm wrestler, but they felt awesome. Honestly, this might sound stupid, but arm wrestlers have huge forearms, so I might try to copy some of their workouts just to grow my forearms. I mean, if it works for them, it could work for me, right? So I'll probably just start to do forearm curls that way now and see how my forearms react to the intensity. But yeah, so all in all, great workout today. Definitely on the lower volume side of arms because what's it called? I only did 8 sets for triceps and 8 sets for biceps. But in terms of intensity, if I'm going all out for 8 sets, and by that 8th set, at the end of that, if I'm feeling fully pumped up, then there's no point to really do any more sets, To my balloon analogy the other day for my, I think it was on a chest day video. It was like the last chest and side delts that I did a few weeks back. I made a balloon analogy saying how keeping constant tension on the muscle is key because it's like blowing up a balloon. You want to keep applying air to the balloon to blow it up. Just like a muscle, you want to keep applying blood to the muscle to pump up the muscle. So just like a balloon, it reaches a point where it can't be pumped up anymore. It'll pop. And your muscles might not pop, but it'll get to the point where they're at that maximal pump. And then it'll pop, and then the reps that you're doing and the work you're doing isn't really adding anything to the muscle. It's kind of just going through it. And at that point, you're risking injury and overtraining. So you got to almost learn where to stop your workouts. You want to push it and you want to go intense, but you don't want the workout to last super duper long. You don't want to really be doing like junk volume in a sense. You want to work out to your max potential, and once you reach that point, then your workout's really done, in my opinion. Um, Now, this took some time for me to realize and for me to really comprehend it, because I used to just say to myself, oh, I love training. I'm going to just train as long as possible. Arnold Schwarzenegger trained 4 hours a day, like long workouts. And like, I loved that. And I loved being in the gym for that long. But in reality, how much was it really progressing me? So I had to kind of take a step back and analyze myself and come to terms with the fact that working out for that long isn't really benefiting me, and I don't think it really would benefit you either, or as the viewer. So again, you kind of just have to, it's just trial and error, finding what really works for you and what doesn't in the end of the day. So yeah, but 8 sets, to my point, felt nice. Typically I'd like to go more 10 to 12 sets, but 8 sets felt good for me today, so there was no point for me to really do any more. One thing I did want to talk about, though, is mental states, I guess you could say. Uh, Going to the gym, you're physically there and you're physically moving the weight, but in terms of really bodybuilding and anything in life, it's very mental. Um, I was thinking about this the other day, that like how hard you go in the gym is mental. How you stay on your diet is mental. It's all just a mental game. So you just have to, in the end of the day, really take a step back and say to yourself, how bad do I want this? If you're just constantly saying good enough, good enough, good enough isn't enough. If you truthfully want to be the best at something, good enough is not enough. You need to make sure you're putting in excellent work every single day to succeed. And not only to succeed, but to be the best, you need to have the best input. So again, in the end of the day, you're physically moving the weights and you're physically eating, but it's the mental game that you really got to get through, and you really need your mental game to be strong, not only your physical game. So I hope that makes sense. And I'd like to say this as well, that it's not only for bodybuilding. Yes, this is a bodybuilding channel, and I'm documenting my journey on for bodybuilding. But you could use this as motivation towards your schoolwork. You can use it towards motivation towards, if you're like learning a trade. Like if you're not understanding something, work for it. It's possible. Just because if someone else is doing it, you could do it too. God damn it! I mean, honestly, in the end of the day, that's all it is. Greatness isn't a gene. It's greatness isn't in your genes. It's something that you earn. So take that with you and keep it with you for the rest of your life, because it's the truth. God or whatever you believe in. If you're scientific, more religious, whatever you are, your genetic makeup, greatness isn't in the genetics. Greatness is something that you learn over time and something that you have to put into your life. You have to work for greatness. It's not just given to you. I mean, in some cases, if like people are born into a rich family, that doesn't mean anything, though. It doesn't. So, but anyway, I just pulled up to ShopRite. I got to run in and get my beef, or I'm not going to be having the scheduled meal number 6 for tonight. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you stuck around to this point, I hope you all enjoyed the whole video, and I will see you tomorrow for some back. Not only am I hitting back, but I'm also hitting calves and abs. So yeah, should be fun. I'll see you then. Peace out.